quiet. No. She's mean. She's being mean. So how's everybody doing, huh? Well, say hi. No, say hi. She says hi. She says hi. So, they say hi too. Zool in the refrigerator says hi too. so I hear their imaginations running away with them. Is that true? Is that true? Zenson said the gin are shaking the shit out of them. Is that true? No one's told me anything. You know, there's always Reiki for gin removal. Can I help you? No. She doesn't listen. They never listen. Anyway, I hear the spirits have said it's too late to run. And I mean, you would have to think with a destiny swap and a reset this large, you would want a large area before God's wrath decides to strike. Even though, I mean, you know, we did have situation after situation after situation after situation already directed at someone else. And now that energy will be directed back at them over and over and over again. Yeah, it ought to be pretty fun. It ought to be pretty fun to watch. Simple enough. Simple enough. Which one do I want? Let's do some Stranger Things, especially with Stranger Things happening currently. Especially with some Stranger Things happening currently. Now, I keep hearing a lot of things in the collective. Right? There's jealousy and envy running thick in the collective because of Pisces anointed light. So that's my question. Where is Pisces? Where is that Pisces? Not the fucking copycats, not the group of destiny swappers, not the celebrity involvement that these readers are talking about. No. Fuck those people. No. We're looking for the real, authentic. I don't want knockoffs. I don't want to make an appointment with another knockoff. Looking for the real thing. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. So, and I mean, when I've heard it 3 times today, in a myriad of different ways, it was changed up a little bit. I mean, you know, it began with community of devastating destruction, and then, you know, you got one person says they get one more chance. You get another reader says they have nowhere to run. You get me? I'm taking a nap. So I'm just waiting for the big one to happen while I'm taking a nap, and it's just what it is. I mean, you know, I see that Santa Rosa, California had a 3.3 earthquake with the possibility of a large geyser. And I mean, with that in the Bay Area, simple enough. But when I hear them say what they tried to do rituals to bind Pisces ancestors, are they stupid? Is that what we're dealing with? Are we dealing with absolutely half-wit, ignorant, stupid heads? Let's do some Stranger Things, shall we? God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself, as well as I do readings for. Namaste. Now, my question when I hear another reader say that Amun Ra is bringing hell to their front door, well, now, what does she mean by that? Was there really a church cult? A church cult involved going after children? Because I mean, I saw something, and I just kind of catch the headlines every now and again. Something about MAGA waging war with the Catholic Church, and I thought, oh well, at least they can agree on one thing: your children. Simple enough. It's just what it is. I mean, you got to think, you can't have anything as beautiful as an awakening in the collective when you have that type of evil on the planet, because it gets exposed. That type of evil gets exposed. I mean, I can remember I can remember one of my favorite religious jokes was about why, you know, altar boys have a part down the middle of their head because it's not a sin, my son. And you know, I can't do anything about that. They've always had those kinds of controversies. They've always had those kinds of controversies. At least I see if they're at war with each other, they do have one thing that they can sign a peace treaty on. Piece of a kid, but you know, it's just what it is. Thank you, Spirit. Simple enough. They can always come to agreements over a child. It's probably on an island somewhere. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Anyway. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you guys for the beautiful 5-star reviews. And a very relaxing day today. You know, and I heard one of the readers say that was the whole aspect of all this energy coming back was, you know, encasing the place with a lot of peace. With a lot of peace. Because she said, you know, on the back end, there's chaos and calamity and energy returning. And that would be the thing. I mean, when you have a group put out that much energy and then get a practitioner to do a return to sender, yeah, that would return it right back to the sender. I mean, whoever sent it, that's where it would be going back to. Simple enough. Simple enough. Now, when I hear that there is someone out there who is transmuting that energy beautifully, where is that person? I want to talk to that person. Not the group of failures and fuck-offs and left behinds. It's just what it is. You can't deal. What are you going to do with those left behind? Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. I mean, that would be the entire point of all of that, was a group of narcissistic demonic influencers holding everyone back. Did they ascend into the light? That's the question. Simple enough. And if they were trying to block someone else's destiny because they had some kind of fictitious thought about destiny swap prosperity, no. Now they're paying the ultimate price with communities of devastating destruction. Now, when I hear a reader say that, it makes you wonder who's around those people. Because when I hear that, you know, that energy is being brought right to their doorstep, simple enough. I mean, it's pretty peaceful here. You know, I hear that, you know, whole towns an earth angel can take a nap and whole towns be gone. You know, before, when the planes couldn't fly, it was, you know, if he were to have been we'd have been the only ones walking away from the crash. I don't know if I've ever told you. I've told that story before, but I don't know if you've heard it. I flipped a car one time and then had to stand there with a highway patrol for almost 5 minutes. I would say 5 minutes is a long time when you're on the side of a highway. But it probably took at least 5 minutes to convince this fucking redneck that I was the one driving the car. Who was driving the car? Well, I was. Huh? What the fuck you mean, huh? I just told you. Simple enough. Shocking paranormal shit happens all the time. It is. But that's all in their fucking head. It's all in their imagination. Cards in the upright. Thank you for that, Spirit. What is the focus on the situation? Now, when I hear that there's a Pisces out there that's talking to spirits while a demonic stage show of little girls are falling off to the wayside, simple enough. Where is this Pisces who's talking to spirits without spirits talking through them? See, that would be the difference. That would be the difference. That would be channeling. That'd be the difference between channeling and being a medium possessed. And it's what it is. I mean, when you have to have some separation in mediumship. And I mean, when you have that energy in the cards of these people won't stop playing with Pisces because they have an entity controlling them like puppets. Okay, great. Well, we know it's not the shining bright like a candle Pisces. It's the Pisces probably hiding behind a mask, probably hiding behind a group, probably hiding behind cash, probably hiding behind animation, or just fucking a myriad of different things to hide behind. That's what narcissists do. They wear masks. Uh-oh, ABC boys. Completion! The strand has led down to completion. ABC. ABC on the walls. Now, Usually you don't want to write ABC on the wall. Is that shit that he's writing with? Maybe it's a marker. Oh yeah, I guess he's standing on a bed. Anyway, there's a lot of talk about people having to visit the psychiatric ward. Is that like the end of the movie Craft? Nothing says 5-star service like white women in straitjackets, and it's just what it is. I mean, you can't have. Then I agree. Knowledge isn't meant for everyone, and I think where we truly ran into a problem in my personal situation is Reiki is your birthright. It gives you the ability to heal yourselves and others. It can't be used for negative purposes, or you lose the ability altogether. So and then you run into the problem of a sacred energy being harvested by people who just don't care, breaking spiritual universal laws, causing entire communities devastating destruction. What a shame. Moving forward to awareness. What do we need to be aware of? Yeah, the Ace of Spokes. Simple enough. They're not on the wheel of karma. They have laid it down. Simple enough. They don't even get to go around the wheel of karma. They just get to sit in it. They just get to sit in that wheel of karma and think about what they've done anyway. Simple enough. Simple enough. Now, when I hear that Pisces has cleared out all of their karma and now that energy is basically being returned to them as soon as they send it, I'm going to look for that Pisces, because you don't want to run the risk. You don't want to run the risk of running into another group of fucktards that don't understand how energy works. Simple enough. Breaking spiritual laws and stuff. 3 of scoops. Look at that, Pisces. The 3 popped right out. Simple enough. We'll be scooping things up for Pisces. Now, the fact that I told Pisces well over a year ago that they were harvesting your energy with moon magic, simple enough, as well as mine. Confirmation. Thank you for that. Simple enough. That's then you want to look for Pisces. Generally the independent ones, not the ones running around in fucking sheeple herds, not the ones, that are, someone else's puppet. No. We're looking for those independent Pisces that they were harvesting energy off of. The healers, the newcomers, the entrepreneurs, the warrior spirits, those are the Pisces that we're looking for currently, because as far as I'm concerned, everybody else is looking forward to devastation and destruction. Yeah. High Priestess upside down. Simple enough. Use the Force, Luke 3:16. That's baptizing their asses in fire. Congratulations. Let's see what Little Miss Upside Down Sunshine's doing. Little Miss Upside Down Sunshine. Page of Strands. Little Miss Upside Down Sunshine. Dustin and Susie, but what they really mean is Clyde and Bonnie. Dustin and Susie are determined to make things work despite the distance and technological obstacles. How can you emulate their dedication? You may be experiencing hurdles of your own, and while your frustrations are valid, stay focused on your desired outcome. You'll get there eventually. Now, when you do have all of that Bonnie and Clyde or Dustin and Susie, when you have all of that Bonnie and Clyde or Dustin and Susie, however, this is upside down. Would this be Susan with Dustin coming out of her mouth? Is it? Because I mean, it's what it is. I mean, it's Susie, but it says Dustin and Susie. I don't see Dustin. So is it Susie with Dustin coming out of her mouth? Is that Dusty Susie with Dustin coming out of her mouth? Now, when you flip it upside down, it says that they're in frustrations. So, simple enough. Oh, the ABC boys. 10 of strands. The 10 of strands. And, I mean, when you're dealing with a cult, you have to think about the conflict of interest. That cult, take the School of Enlightenment. I mean, Shirley MacLaine was a part of that shit. Simple enough. Scientology got Tom Cruise. Come on now. Simple enough. These people suck people in and brainwash them and maybe suck them. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing to the authority figures that jump right in? Oh, thank you for that. Beautiful how we do have that monitoring that just kind of pops in and it tries to control our minds, but it's just what it is. They can't control themselves is why they're stuck in this situation. Natural disaster after natural disaster after natural disaster, with the forward into the future of natural disaster after natural disaster. Simple enough. Simple enough. Sooner or later they'll get the lesson. They'll get the lesson sooner or later. You may be feeling constricted by the people and things you love, but don't let it overwhelm you. Even friends as close as the party need to take breaks from each other. The Ten of Strands symbolizes feeling overburdened, often asking you to examine how much you're taking on. Stay strong. This is temporary, and you will regain your balance soon. Now, and that's another thing. When I hear multiple readers talking about, God won't be mocked, touch not my anointed, destruction is coming to all of these people. Okay, great. Well, then that tells me immediately to look for the anointed, because we know that generally anointed people are hated. Okay, well, cool. I want to hate them with 5-star reviews, and when I hate, I donate. When I hate, I donate. Simple enough. Simple enough. Everybody hates donations. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that one. Simple enough. Ace of Spokes. The Ace of Spokes. I hear their spare tires is kind of laying on its side. Is that true? Is that true? Their ace in the hole is kind of laying on its side because the group didn't have that one more move. And when it comes to sacrificing Earth Angels, because you've got too many readers talking about that. Simple enough. Where's the body? If they've talked about anointed, that means they tried to touch it. If they talk about the anointed ones, then that means they tried to touch it. If they're talking about Earth Angels, well, then that means they know about the one that they tried to sacrifice. If they're talking about, the light that attracts demons, chances are they were probably a demon that was attracted to it. Ace of Spokes. And then they would know where I can make an appointment. It's simple enough. They should know where I can make an appointment. Or are they too busy yelling and screaming at each other and fighting in the background, waiting for devastating destruction? The Ace of Spokes. The Ace of Spokes. Simple enough. When I hear that, Pisces, they don't think this is funny anymore. Well, I think letting things go on as long as they did until communities are looking at devastating destruction, it sounds pretty funny to me. I think that's all in their head. I think it's just their imagination. Ooh, running away with them. It's just their imagination running away with them. The Ace of Spokes. It's more than just a set of wheels. This ace symbolizes a new cycle. Whether it's the freedom found hitting the road in a burgundy BMW or riding your bike to Forest Hills Park. Forest Hills. And that's kind of a trigger for me. And thank you, INFP, asking about my past life regression. And it's not, I don't mind people asking, but it's not something I really want to type into the comments. But, with the QHHT technique, when you get dropped off into a past life, and then you're on horseback covered in armor with a bunch of smoldering bodies for as far as you can see, chances are, once you get out of that QHHT session, you just want to let it go. You want to leave it in the past. You just want to leave it in the past. Hey, it doesn't make you any less of a dragon. It just means you want to leave that shit in the past. The Ace of Spokes in the upright. It's more than just a set of wheels. This ace symbolizes a new cycle of leaving that shit in the past. When you're familiar with the Forest of the Impaled, armies couldn't make it through, and some of us built it, so it's just what it is. This card appears when you've met someone just as significant and intoxicating, and even though you logically know it might not work out, your heart is open for the experience. Enjoy it. I can remember when I went to a meetup with the angels, I was there with a shaman and a glowing woman. And when I came across this glowing woman, Yes. Okay, so this is kind of different. There's a woman glowing in front of me. So tell me, glowing woman, what am I here for? And then she explained the entire point of being an empath and how the wheel of karma works, which fits in really, really perfect with QHHTs, which led me to Dolores Cannon. Because once you learn your karmic lessons of a past life, if you don't, you will repeat them even harder the next time with the same group of fucktards. Now, in this lifetime with this group of fucktards, I was already well aware of them before they were of me. However, they were narcissists that were aware of the empath. So they thought. So they thought. And it's just what it is. I mean, you don't tell everything that you know until you get all those familiar faces in the same fucking bucket and remind them what it's nice, what a nice time it was last lifetime. This is a past life issue. Absolutely, it's a past life issue. Anyway, when I hear they keep wanting to extend an olive branch because of the broken branch, if you're not familiar with the spiritual meaning of a broken branch, that means that was a life cut short. That was a purpose that they did everything they could to stop in a past life that won't happen this time because it was allowed to happen last lifetime so that they could experience their karma from last lifetime this lifetime. That's how karma works. It's the law of cause and effect. Simple enough. They don't experience it this lifetime. Maybe they'll get another one. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't. Who knows? It's not up to me. It's not up to me. They're certainly worried about going to hell, though, aren't they? Simple enough. Simple enough. The Three of Scoops. And I've heard that. I've heard that said a couple times about a whole group being drugged to hell in the underworld. Simple enough. Simple enough. Can't do anything about that. You can straight from the divine. I don't know why I'm getting the story of Jesus getting the keys. And I'm like, well, thank you, straight from the divine. Same reason that Anya couldn't figure out why all Pisces, all these people did was earn a bad x-ray, whatever that means. Well, Anya and straight from the divine. I know exactly what that x-ray means, and I know why she thinks Jesus went to hell to get the keys. Saturn is 144 from the stars last night said, you have the power of the archangels. I said, you're talking about archangels of light. And with the Ascension card, it's very, very specific one. And ZenZone came out with a beautiful one today about wrapping a violent flame around her. Once I build my Pleiadian Master's light Merkaba, I spin my chakras both directions. This way, and this way, like atoms. One at a time until, glowing Scotty. You have set your sights on a goal and plan to manifest it. And now the Three of Scoops is nudging you to build a team. Share your inspiration with others. See partners who think differently than you do and say, ahoy, to a diverse crew of collaborators. You'll be setting sail on an ocean of flavor in no time. And yes, I mean, when you're wanting to build a team, after we've had sacrificed the Earth Angel energy in the cards for so long, first you want to make sure you get all of those roaches out from underneath the crevices. Once you get all of those roaches out from underneath the crevices, then you can sound the alarm. Raid! And then you just hose them down. So it's a simple hosing. It's a simple hosing of roaches out from underneath the crevices. Simple enough. Oh, the High Priestess. Well, let's go see what the High Priestess is up to. She said, I bet these people won't ever do this again. I thought, I bet they won't either. Has anybody found that Earth Angel so I can make an appointment yet? I mean, you would think if you had that much criminal level stalking around the Earth Angel energy, they could confirmation. You think they could call and tell me where I could at least make an appointment? You would think that Earth Angel could go, the guy's got 5-star reviews. I could use a fucking dollar. Maybe I should call him and make an appointment with him. But no. They prefer devastation and destruction than appointments with Earth Angels. Pisces, they don't know how to get out of this. Well, thank you, tarot reader. That's because they can't. Not until I make an appointment with that Earth Angel. The High Priestess in the upside down position. Use the Force, Luke. Have you been so preoccupied with the idea of being normal that you've ignored what makes you unique and powerful? Have you been paying more attention to the opinions of others than your own discernment? The upside down High Priestess suggests that you need to rebuke your fears and trust your instincts. They won't lead you astray. Now, when I hear Pisces Kingdom say, Pisces, Spirit was testing you. You passed the test. You have been crowned king, and the trophy is in hand. That's what she said. That's what she said. Your light has shattered all of their illusions. That's what she said. Okay. So Pisces Kingdom, if that is true, if everything that you just said is true, where are those Pisces? Where are those Pisces? Because that's the energy of sacrifice the Earth Angel that I want to make an appointment with. That's the energy. And when I hear you say, Pisces, Spirit was testing you to see if you would choose yourself, and you passed the test. Well, then you hear Zen Zone say, Pisces, they fumbled an angel. You were the final test before their destruction. And then you've got Black Wind saying, for the Earth Angel that was abused by the community of fucking crooks. I added that part. For the Earth Angel that was abused by the community, storms of devastation and destruction come. So when you've got Black Wind talking about communities of devastating storms and destruction, and then you have Zen Zone today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, she came out and she was like, crooked cops and da-da-da-da-da sat back and let their entire community, because they fumbled the angel. And by fumbling the angel, then that was the final test before their destruction. And then you hear Chiron say, these people have one more, there's not even one more chance. The next person that gets in your way, it's instant destruction. And I thought, well, that is kind of what happens with instant karma after sacrifice the Earth Angel has been built up for so long, after they have manifested that energy for so long, then that's a pretty good cause and effect. It's a pretty good cause and effect. I wouldn't know though. I have to find that Earth Angel while everybody else is just their imagination runs away like a destructive reality. So simple enough. Anyway, keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes peeled. You come across that individual, by all means, give me a call. Simple enough. Until then, I guess I'll up my naps, because Black Wind said, do these people not realize that Earth Angel can take a nap and wake up and the whole town be gone? You have the discovery no one is talking about. Thank you, Jay. And me and Jay would probably butt heads over a lot of biblical shit, but I have learned a lot from him. And I can't prove that he's not a part of that cult. So simple enough. If you find the Earth Angel, because I can remember the clip he did on Superhumans. He's like, oh yeah, this guy in the hoodie. We'll get to him in a minute. I'm like, what? The Airbender, Jay? Come on, don't be messing with the energy workers now. Namaste.